Absolutely. Yeah. Come on in, have a seat. Let's talk about this. I didn't think this was real, but it is. And I'm late to the party, but I don't care. I'm going to talk about it. Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. This is a Painful Excellence podcast. Like the video, share the video, smash the like button. And let's get to this topic. This is disgusting. And how low can you go? Can you go down low? This is disgusting. Yeah, this is disgusting. I heard about this a long time ago. Well, not long, like maybe like 2018. I heard about. I said, that ain't real." But how far down bad you have to be doing what I'm about to review in tonight's program. And listen, man, to the women that are doing this, shame on you. Shame on your parents. They definitely ain't raised you right. And if they did all they could do, and you decided to do this for a fast come up, you're disgusting. You are disgusting. All of these complaints you have about men, and y'all are literally going to Dubai to be human porta potties. You have no dignity. You have no self-respect. And you're just disgusting. Disgusting. This is how down bad you are. You're not even down bad. You just want that quick dollar. This is why, you don't deserve to be treated like, you modern women, y'all don't deserve to be treated like women. You're not my mother, you're not my grandmother or any of my aunts. These were educated, strong black women. You ladies are not that. I don't care how much school you run to. I don't care how many degrees you have. You ain't shit. But you're eating it in Dubai. Let's do this roll call real quick, because this is crazy. Mark Wunderlich, Darnell Schaefer, Ern Jordan, The Audacity Podcast, salute. Man, Chilltown Major, salute. This is disgusting. This is disgusting, man. Shelton, LDBC, or nothing. Rod Neal, Jeff Spark in the building. Hulk Mode. Jimmy Bernard, what's good? So let's get to this, man. This is what these queens are doing. Please justify this. I dare you. Can I have one woman to come in here and justify this behavior? I dare you. Please. Please. Enlighten me. Tell me, Phenomenal Mexican, salute. Tell me it's a man's fault that you got to go down to the Middle East to do this. Because y'all blame men for everything else. I'm sure there's some women doing this, talking about, well, I'd rather do this and rely on a man. To do what? Degrade yourself? Put your health at risk? Do you know, bro? Kane, what up? Everyone has had human biology. Even if you cut class, you knew. I mean, some of y'all insides are so tore up that you could barely handle your own scent in the bathroom as it is. What makes you want $1 million? I was just watching a clip where some shorty said she has $1 million in her bank account. But you had to, wow. Oh, Hulk Mode, it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. This is the ideology of the modern woman. I saw a clip with a chick that had a OnlyFans, And the podcast that she was on, the fella asked her, he said, what happens when your son gets a little older? And everything is, somebody is going to see you on OnlyFans, and somebody's going to step to your son and be like, is this your mom? And what if your son, comes to you crying and say, Mom, come on. You know what her response was? He can cry in the Lexus or Lamborghini or whatever the hell she said. So let me get this straight. You became a single mom because that's what you wanted to do. That's your fault. All right. And the only way, Andrew, what up? And the only way that you can be a good mother is to work towards these materialistic items and provide this lavish lifestyle, right? It has nothing to do with your education, all right? It has everything to do with you showing your body. And if your son is getting thrashed at school because one of his teenage friends or preteen friends got a hold of your OnlyFans and it's making him upset, your response is he can cry in a materialistic item that you purchased. It's not his, it's yours. What are you going to say? Mommy only gets naked for money so you could, but look at how you're living. Look at this. Do you know? Slick Tom, salute. Do you know kids really don't care about what kind of car you drive? The younger the kid, they don't understand what a Michael Jordan sneaker is. That's why I bug out when I saw kids. They make Jordans for 1-year-olds. That kid doesn't know. The kids don't care. Let me tell you something. And I don't mean to be mean, but let's be honest. Y'all ever saw an unattractive couple? Y'all ever saw that? And I'm being politically correct, an unattractive couple. Don't give me that beauties in the high behold. I don't want to hear that. Shorty's face is all banged up. Baby daddy or husband's face is all banged up, but they got a baby. Do you think that baby cares how their parents look? That baby's still rolling around and climbing out the crib to lay up with mommy and dad. They don't care. That's their mother and father. They don't care. These kids don't know that they're poor. We put that on them. You know how many of my friends, you found out their parents, they were on welfare? They didn't know. You know why? They had breakfast every morning, food stamps. They had lunch every day. They didn't starve. That's what I'm saying. Poverty in this country is not like in other countries. Go to a third world country. You get up in the morning, it's like, I don't know where I'm gonna. You better be living in a country where there's mangoes in the trees or coconuts. Where you can get a slingshot and hit a squirrel off the top of the head and gut it and fry it. Your caloric intake every day is 1,000 calories, if you can get that. Poverty here is 8 meals a day, some Takis, and you see a lot of fat people. And they're on welfare, consuming 20,000 calories a day. Go figure that. When I'm walking by a McDonald's somewhere uptown and it says we accept EBT, if you want EBT, you don't just, how are you eating McDonald's and Popeye's chicken on EBT? You're supposed to be on a budget and trying to find a way to get better so you can get off of public assistance. This is a game. This conversation is deeper than the porta potty. He can cry in a Lexus. He don't care. He wants his mother. And while you're at it, where's his father? Uh-oh. This is crazy. Yes, Tom, I'm not making it up. I'm looking at it, I was like, what the what? Back in the day, before there was EBT cards, there was something called food stamps. You could not take a food stamp into McDonald's and be like, let me get a Big Mac or whatever. They'd be like, what? No, sir. No, ma'am. We take real money. Cats in there swiping their EBT for a 10-piece nuggets and a milkshake. Get out of here, man. Exactly, Kane. American poverty is considered wealthy in most parts of the world, which is why motherfuckers was hopping the fence to get here. Poverty in these other countries is you don't eat. Poverty over here is you can go to the school and get on the line for a breakfast program, or the one thing you don't do here is starve. You don't do that here. They got that under control. That's why everyone's trying to get here. This country ain't perfect, but it's not third world. Not yet. So the new low, well, it's not new. I was just thinking, all right, maybe this will go away at some point, but it's not. Human porta potties in Dubai. Like I said, I saw this before and I just like, it's a thing. It'll go away. Maybe a few chicks did it. Maybe about 50 chicks did it and they caked off, or, probably fade off. Nope. When you first hear about it, what do we say as black people? Oh, that's probably a bunch of white chicks doing that. No, sir. No, sir. Of course, I've seen some black CB Sports Salute. Seen some black chicks doing it. Saw African chicks doing it. Saw foreign white women doing it. How thirsty are you for that diamond necklace? For that two-door sports car? For that house? How thirsty are you? The women that took part in raising me would never do that. The women in my family look down on chicks walking the blade. Y'all know what that is. When you walk in the strip, you walk in the blade selling your tail. Because the women in my family are educated. And the women before my aunts and my moms that were less educated, they knew how to run a household. They knew how to balance a checkbook. I'm talking about my grandparents, my grandma. She was the order to Grandpop's chaos. Because what was his chaos? Working 14 hours a day, bringing home the money, and her knowing how to ration things out and cook and clean and fuel them up so he can go right back in the world and conquer it again. Peter, what up? I like that. They want Spider-Man but walk past Peter Parker every day. Yeah. Clark Kent was the biggest nerd in the world, and Lois ain't want no part of him, not knowing who he really was. Crazy stuff. You ever wondered? It's like, yo, how do you not know that how do you not know that that's Superman? What? Goes to show you, it'd be right in your face. Your blessings be right in your face. You look right past it. ES, salute, sis. This is disgusting. All the options in the world. And you see this, I'm saying, modern women today are still complaining as if they have no rights. You're giving away your rights in going to a country, a wealthy country like Dubai, to lay up under some princes or some gazillionaires, not to become like the new princess or the new queen. They're defecating on you, literally, making you eat it. Is that what you worth, man? And I'm going back and forth. Man, a woman was talking about it on Instagram. And you know me, I made a statement. I say these chicks walk past average dudes every day. They won't even deal with a guy with a 9 to 5. Decent credit score, decent looking, has his things together. He's not good enough, but they'll do this. Listen, this is going to be another show, but there's no pension plan in your good looks. That's a whole nother show, though. You got about a decade. And I'm being nice. From like 18 to like maybe 28, a lot can happen in those 10 years. Are you exercising? Are you eating right? Gravity takes over. Bodies change. Sylvester Stallone is still in great shape for a 70-year-old man. He has abs and everything. But look at his body now and look at his best physique. His best physique was in, I want to say, Rocky 3 in the second Rambo film. He just can't look like that anymore. Father Time is undefeated. So if you're going to be selling your tail from the age of 18 to 28, I hope you stack your chips to the point where you have a savings account of at least $1 million or $2. 2.5 million. So you can retire by 30. Because you can't eat poop and getting flown out. You're going to kill yourself. Oh, I know Jimmy Bernard. This is crazy, man. Yeah, Hulk Mode, I heard about that. I don't know, bro. It seems like, absolute power corrupts absolutely. And once you get to that upper echelon of wealth where normal things don't work for you anymore. You've seen this in movies, but it comes from somewhere. You saw Hostel. Remember that movie that came out in the early 2000s, mid 2000s, where people were getting kidnapped off the street and ended up in a hostel where these wealthy people go there to torture people, and it was like a club. You go there to torture people. And the story was, these guys got kidnapped, but they escaped, and it was crazy. Bugged out, buffets where you eat these dangerous ass animals, like raw scorpions and stuff. The human trafficking thing is real, man. Protect your children. I was just watching something on the gram. This woman in Houston went to a Rockets game, went to the bathroom, and somebody poisoned her. Next thing you know, she's waking up in a truck and she's like somewhere else. They kidnapped her from a Rockets game. She was like 15. And they fucked up somewhere, and then someone was looking for her and her phone went off or something, and something happened. And they tracked her and the police found her. Crazy stuff, man. Grown ass women. This is not a game out here. So when you see these girls, these women volunteering for this nonsense, come on, man. Exactly, Slick Tom. Thank God she was found. And who would have thought? It was a little white girl. Who would have thought she's at a Houston Rockets game? That is the last place you would think somebody would do something, man. Listen, you guys got nieces and wives and shit. Always accompany them. When y'all out and about, we have to protect our women. And that's why I didn't like this thing. And I don't want to, it's all relevant. All of this stuff with I identify as a woman, and you get some 300-pound dude looking like Ken Patera in the 70s with a wig on, going into the fucking girls' room, and your daughter's in there. Nicholas, what up? It's like, hold on. Hold on. Already said there's a problem, man. That dude that jumped in the water and outswam all those what was it? He was in some competition. Was it college? And he beat the brakes off of those girls in the swimming competition. He was a man, but he identified as a woman. But he still had his equipment. And I don't even know if he was on hormone pills or whatever. I don't recall. But he not only broke all the female records, but he put it like a minute or two out of reach. Because by nature, we're stronger than women. I'm like, who the fuck allowed that? That's crazy. And that still stands. Imagine your daughter working hard and she came in second place. But this dude beat her by a minute and 5 seconds. She wasn't catching him ever. So she came in, and the person that came in third behind her was 2 seconds behind her. If he wasn't in the pool, she'd have been first. So now she got to get a silver medal because of these people feel this way, and we gotta cater to them. Man, mother F their feelings, man. That's not right. This is absolutely a thing where it's like, well, if you allow this happen, what's next? It started with, okay, I'm this way. All right. Oh, if I'm this way, and why can't I stop at the women's store? You can. Okay, well, why can't I try on a dress in the women's store? Why don't you take it and go home, and if it don't fit, you bring it back? Well, why can't I just try it on? And then that becomes a big thing. And then now I'm out at Buffalo Wild Wings, and 6'9" Jumbo Elliott with a wig wants to use the little girls' room, and your daughter's in there. Now you got to potentially fight Jumbo Elliott. Y'all remember Jumbo Elliott? He was 6'10", like 400 pounds. Joe Townsend, salute, 704 Joe. Tim, what up? Do y'all see why Trump won? That's one of the things he's gonna kill. That video popped up on my feed again. That's how I know my phone be listening to me. That brother went in and said to that white teacher, who told you to put my grandson in a fucking dress? We don't play that. I don't care what he said. And it turns out that little boy wasn't saying anything. That teacher was leading him on, like leading the witness. Different from, how do you feel today, Johnny? Are you okay? It was, how do you feel today, Johnny? Are you okay? Do you feel different while shaking their head like this? Do you feel different from the other boys? You want to play with the other boys? Watch the head. You want to play with the other boys? They're out there playing Cowboys and Indians. They don't play that no more. You want to play with the other boys? You don't want to play with dolls, do you? You don't want to play. You want to play with dolls, right? How about this? You want to wear a dress, right? You want to be with the girls today, right? You want to wear a dress, right? Don't worry. They don't let you. They don't tell you not to do that at home. They tell you not to do that at home, but you feel comfortable doing it here, right? Okay, put on this dress. That's what they were doing. Young Deezy, salute. That's what they were doing. And Grandpop came in there and was like, yo, listen, I don't care what he told you. He can't do that until he can make his own decisions when he's not in the house. That's just it. You know why? All of this crap, they've taken away our ability to parent. And all of this is relevant to tonight's topic. All of it, what I'm saying, is relevant. You draw the line at parenting if the state or the city or whatever the country feels that if your kid says, well, I feel like this, it's like, yo, no, you don't. You're 5. No, you don't. You're 10. By the time you're 18, you feel like that. Okay, well, here's what you do. You going to college? When you get out and you're grown enough to make your own decisions, what you're going to do is get your own money together and do what you feel you want to do. But as long as you're under my house, you ain't doing that. And let me be clear. If you're broken wrist, fine. Fine. But all that changing and snipping and no. You're not doing that. You're not doing that. Not in my crib. From birth to the time you're an adult, you do what I tell you to do. And you're not going to have the country step in and tell me how to raise my child. This is a problem. And all of these girls that are going across to Dubai to get crapped on, I'm questioning their upbringing. But then I'm thinking about that woman with her OnlyFans when she was asked, what if your son says, Mom, I'm getting hammered at school? And your response is, he can cry in the Lexus? You think that little boy's not going to grow up with some anger issues towards his mother? Maybe he's goofed up to the point where it's like, you know what, I hate women. Not to the point where he turns broken wrist. But maybe he gets upset to the point where when he is with a woman, he wants to see her suffer. It's a psychological thing. Y'all think it's not real. And by the time he's 21 years old, he's like, yo, man, why do whenever I get with a girl and always insult her, and one minute I like her and the next minute I'm turning into Mr. Hyde. I'm Dr. Jekyll when I meet her. I'm Mr. Hyde over the phone and I'm cutting her down. Why do I do that? You really have a problem with your mother because when you was about 8 years old, your perverted ass classmates was making fun of you and your mom, and you went to her and your mom said, well, you know, you got a Lexus outside. What do you? They're just jealous of you. And they're just jealous of me. I could have their father and their mother. Stop crying. By the time he's 18, he hates girls. He loves them, but he hates them. Y'all don't think that happens? Our society is so dysfunctional. It's very dysfunctional. And let me park here for a minute. I know they pick these F-boys. They don't represent me. But when we come of a certain age, everyone had that group of dudes in your clique, maybe 1 or 2 guys that were like, once we got older, it went from, you know, it was a badge of honor. You brag about what you do and whatever. But when you get a little older and you have that 1 or 2 guys that are knocking chicks up and not doing what they're supposed to do, you're supposed to get away from them. When it got to a point where it was one guy in particular that was doing that shit, we was like, yo, you got to get away from us. I told y'all this before. You got to no, bro. Because it got so bad, whatever shorty he did that to, some dudes came on the block and we were like, whoa. And they were not playing. I mean, 85 degrees on a summer night. Why the fuck they had trench coats? And we in front of the building like, who is this? And they spun the block, looked, and I'm like, yo. I'm looking around. Do you know them? No. And everybody's outside, but guess who? So here's what they did. We was like, yo, if they spin the block one more time, we know what time it is. Anthony, salute. Joke was on us. You know why? That last time they spun the block, While we're waiting for them to come back, just so we could like, all right, something about to happen. We was gonna leave. They done drove around the corner, parked, and walked back. Ooh. Caught us lacking. And these were older dudes. We was like 17. These dudes was in their 20s. And that's a big jump. They were older than us. And they walked up on us. Yo, we was like, whole time, I'm like, yo, you know these? Night Train, salute. You're like, yo, you know these? Who were that? Oh, man, what? And by the time we thought about it, they were already behind us, like, yo. And we was like, fuck. And then they said homie's name. You know so-and-so? Can't lie. They already knew. We was like, yeah. Where he at? He ain't here. He ain't been out here. Saw him earlier. The sun was up. It's midnight now. We ain't seen him all day. All right. You tell him to stay blessed. That's what they said. And that, bro, you know what that meant. And they walked around the buildings looking, and I'm like, oh my God. And this was not the cell phone era, y'all. We ain't had no cell phones. Salute, Mary. Heart was racing because I knew they were holding heat, man. I'm like, and what you gonna do? What you gonna do? We just sat there. We was like, yo, I hope he don't come outside, bro. We don't know where he was. And you know what? He knew they were coming. We ain't seen him for 3 days. And by the time we ran into him, he was like, yo, some niggas came through, was looking in trench coats, 85 degrees on a summer night. What's up? Oh, nah, yo, you know, because, yo, that's so-and-so. Hold on, that's so-and-so's brother and her people. Whoa, hold on. What? Nah, because you know what I'm saying, da-da-da-da. And we had to talk to him like, yo, she pregnant? I'm saying. She might be. But this is a dude, he's just mad reckless, bro. Mad, yeah, Kevin, it was the 90s. It was. And I'm like, oh. We dead ass was about to eat hot lead. Now, what if he was sitting there with us? Because you don't want to be responsible? All right. Ain't no weaning them off or whatever. I told him, I said, yo, bro, you got to stay the fuck away from me, bro. Because now you going outside the hood and then you doing whatever. You got some unidentified dudes coming over here with trench coats. Nah. No. I'm not a street dude. What are you doing, man? I'm not a street dude. Detroit, salute. I'm not a street dude. That was bullshit. He's a different dude now. But we went through a stretch where I'm like, nah, I ain't fucking with you, bro. That's crazy. That was crazy. Don't do it. If you're going to do something, why are you bringing it back to the block? What are you doing? Crazy stuff. DP, what up? Fuck out of here, man. Crazy. They done walked all around the building. We just sitting there like, Lord, if they find him, he's done. Whole time we was like, yo, you better not come outside. Wherever he's at, if he's upstairs, he better stay there. If he's somewhere else at some chick house, he better not be, bro. When they left, we was like, yo, there was no cell phones back then. We all had beepers. Detroit, what up? I was like, yo, man, this is crazy. Crazy stuff, man. So, these women, y'all gotta know when not to deal with these dudes. Again, I'm going back and forth with these lab rats on Instagram. The porta potty thing, I made that statement, and these two chicks was like, oh, I guess you know everything that's going on in Africa, right? Not every African chick does that. I'm like, in what universe did you hear me say every woman does this? I always say, I'm very specific. I say these types. If you don't fit the type. What the fuck is wrong with you? And how the hell are you attacking me? She's the one eating poop. What did I do? I'm just saying, ew. Shorty was on there with a ski mask. G. McCall, salute. She's so embarrassed that she has to wear a mask and tell her story. But I'm the problem for saying, look, ew. Out of all the normal men, she felt the need, to come up and do that. He can cry on a Lexus. That's what moves you? Materialistic items? That's what puts your health at risk? Your self-respect? And I did say this woman will think that this will go away in 5 years, and she feels that she'll deserve a good man. And when he asks about your past, are you going to talk about how you flew to Dubai and ate a bowl of crap? From Prince Abdul Wahid Shite? Ew. Gone are the days where you ask a chick about her past and she starts talking about boyfriends. And your fear is, I hope she don't have a high body count. Now the new fear is, was you ever flown out? For a chick to be flown out, the guy has to have an exceptional amount of cash. And when you go see that guy, what did you do? I know dudes with deep pockets, and they've told me about being flown out. That's not new. That's not new. But when they fly a chick out, they're not just flying her out just to smash. They got her doing a bunch of stuff. She's compensated. But for you to get flown out, don't that make you a bit of a call girl? A lady of the night? So other than sexual favors, what are you doing? Porta potty? This is disgusting. This is disgusting. But I'm on the gram and magically I'm the issue. Let me see if I can find the I got another thing. This is gonna be another show. A chick, a kid was caught in the house of a father, right? So the father's daughter was dating this little boy, and the father had rules. He didn't say he couldn't be there, but he said, one of the rules is you can't be in the daughter's room with the door closed, something like that. And he broke the rules, and he reprimanded the daughter and removed the young man from the house. He said, get out the house. Escorted him out. Dude go get his mom to go confront the father. And she's like, did you put your hands on my son? I'm not that guy. First of all, I'm going to look at her and be like, yo, where's his father? All right, here's what you do. You go get him to come ask me that question. I ain't fucking talking to you. And I slammed the door in her face. I'm not talking to you. You're a woman. I'm not talking to you. He really went and got you to do what? He lucky I ain't kick his fucking ass. I have rules in his house. He's lucky I let him in. He broke the rules. He's the man, right? So he's in my place where I pay all the rent and I pay all the bills. And he knows the rules. So even if she broke them, he's supposed to be saying, hold on. The man in the house said, I can't go in there. Now, I know you're young and dumb, but you know what I never did? If I was dating a woman, like when I was a young kid, like 16, 17, and come to the house, even if it was the mother, sit right there. I'm sitting down. Come in the kitchen. Coming in the kitchen. Sit right there at the dining table. I'm sitting there. I'm not moving. I don't know what they got going on, but I'm being respectful. This ain't my place. Especially if she had a father. Oh, no. You don't play with that. Rashad, what up? Young Hollywood, salute. You don't play with that. So this little nigga violated homie's house. So he escorted him out. He's standing there. Obviously, there was no fight, but he probably grabbed him and roughed him up and said, yo, get out. That's within his right. Your son violated. What the fuck you going over there to? You're enabling this kid to be a piece of shit. So I'd have banged the door in his face. Yo, where's his father? Wherever he is, you call him and you tell him, you tell him to tell the daddy, if he got a problem, tell him to come see me. I'll talk to him. I ain't talking to you. What I got going on here with this little girl, I'm fixing that. But he ain't supposed to be running behind her. If she's breaking my rules, he knows better. Because a man knows how to follow orders and a man respects other men. So if she's out of line, he was supposed to be in line. For her safety and his. Did I put hands on him and escort him out my boat? Yes, I did. He's lucky I ain't kick his ass. And I slammed the door on her face. Fuck out of here. Get his father. Let him go. We could talk. Get out of here. I dare my son to come back. Yo, man, Mr. So-and-so put his hands on me. Why? That's my question. Why? Why'd he do that? No, he didn't do it for no reason. Oh, you was in his house and then what happened? You was in her room? Okay, was you supposed to be in the room? He said not to be in the room? Why was you in the room with the door closed? Look, I know your hormones are out of order, but why was you in the room with the door closed? Oh, y'all were just doing something. Look, the rules are not to be in that girl's room with the door closed. You was in there with the door closed. You got to eat that. You got to eat that. You got to eat that. I'm looking at the bottom line here. And I'm basing it off of this situation. He's back at the door and someone's filming it. And she's like, did you put your hands on my son? Fuck yeah. He's raising a daughter. What do you think this is? Him not doing something about it is why you're a single mom. Because somebody was in your room with the goddamn door closed. And you made this big motherfucker who's thinking like you. And you're enabling him to think like you. Dummy. See how that works? So I'm dealing with that right here. And man, get the fuck out of here. So I just ragged on this chick and she says, oh, you're talking like a true deadbeat black father in a conversation, a conversation over deadbeat. And you look like the dog in your avatar. Spoken like a true overweight baby mama. With 2 kids from 2 men who don't want you. Fatty. You cannot roast me. You ladies, you cannot roast me. My life is good. The kids are good. I'm married. I'm 6'2", 220 with a six-pack and a big dick. I've won. I've won. Snoop, what up? I won. I look this good at 49 years old. It takes work, but I've won. I look better than the niggas you trying to get. Yeah, I do. I know, but looks ain't everything, right? But you can't roast me. And there are some women with good sense, because there's a lot of women co-signing what I said. All right, this woman has she makes some sense. I'm gonna do a show on this. Well put. I'm trying to find the porta potty. Who is this? Stranger danger. Come on now. No, I don't know who that is. Chill. I'm trying to find the because I'm gonna play some audio. Mark, what up? I'm play some audio from what this porta potty thing is. It's disgusting. Damn it, I can't find it. But Shorty got mad because I'm like, yo, she's eating crap. What are you talking about? How am I the bad guy? I just said that it's women like this that are walking past honest, because a lot of these chicks aren't ugly. If you're getting flown out, you're not ugly. These wealthy Arab dudes that got a ton of money, they're not flying out no ugly or average looking chicks. They flying out the chicks with the BBLs and the white European chicks that are curvy. Those are the women getting flown out. And they walk by the average dudes, right? You know what, fellas? Let me tell you something. If you don't know already. You know how women always talking about, I shouldn't have to settle. I shouldn't have to date down. I got 18 degrees and I make 100,000, and you can't date a guy that makes maybe $50,000 to $80,000 a year. They call that dating down. What the fuck we've been doing all this time? Have we been dating down? No. You know why? We don't care about your money or your degrees. We want to know if you're going to be a good wife. So, if you don't already know, yeah, Kane, it's hate speech, and I hate stupidity. Hell yeah. These chicks, I'm not even following a majority of these women, but I can't scroll on my Instagram without some woman twerking. I'm dead serious. It's crazy. But fellas, if you're not doing it already, stop looking for those model chicks. Go for the chick with the long dress and all you can see is her ankles and her damn wrists and her hands. With the glasses. Her Instagram, her social media, she only got like 50 followers. Majority of them are friends from school. The other half is from church. And you might strike the jackpot because underneath all of that stuff she's wearing, she might be a tight little body. But she's not showing it to the world. You dig what I'm saying? You need to unite. Leave the glorified and wannabe pornography stars. Leave them to it. Because these chicks, when they do shack up with a dude that looks really good, that looks like Magic Mike or whatever, they get everything they're asking for. He comes into your house and eats up your food. He eats up all your, because some of y'all are single moms, he eats up your kids' fruit snacks. He lays that pipe really good. And he ain't gonna call you for the 3 or 4 days. And now you find yourself in competition with everybody else that follows him on social media. All the other chicks. Let those chicks do that to themselves. I'm tired of trying to like point this out. It's like crazy. Yeah, Kev, you smashing the homegirls too. This is stupid. Now, fellas, if these chicks knows that the guy that I described ain't shit, but they still hang around him, don't be around them either. Because birds of a feather flock together. And never forget the story I just shared with you. These dudes came looking for a dude that I used to hang with. And we could all got killed that night. We was literally sitting on the bench like, should we run? Where? We're going to look guilty if we run. But we sitting here. We can get blicked off regardless. One of us is going to get it. That's how we felt. We was like, yo, look, if they get close, I think the dude over there, we're going to jump on him. If it gets down, if they come close to us again and they standing about maybe 10 feet away, they about to let it fly. So if they come walking up on us, we was thinking like if they come back to us, just be like, and just charging them. Don't give them a chance to reach. We was thinking about all that. It was like, yo. And the whole time we was like, all this over, I almost said his name. All this over so-and-so. Because he wants to lay and play. Now, stupid as Shorty is, because if you knew my boy back then, I mean, we cool now because he's not the same guy. Thank God he grew up. But you could see this dude coming a mile away. I don't know how the hell. I know how the hell these women got with him. Because he was exciting. And he looked a little like Tupac. So I get it. If you're into that sort of thing, I get it. But along with that came with a reputation. They didn't care. They just said it won't happen to me. It happened to all of them. Crazy stuff. Yeah, Copy, you sure did. And I'm telling, to the younger cats, when you're getting older, you got to fade away from dudes like that. They'll get you in trouble. Can you imagine getting blicked off over something your boy did? You had nothing to do with that. What if they wanted to send a message? You should have saw how these niggas was walking around the buildings, in and out the block. We was like, yo. We ain't had no cell phones. We couldn't text nobody. We were just sitting there. It's like, yo, if we even move, they're going to know we trying to contact him or something. It's going to be worse. Look, we don't know where he is. And we was just acting nonchalant. And they left. When we saw him a few days later, he was like, yo, nigga, let me tell you what the hell just happened. And we just knew it was over that girl, man. So fellas, stay away from dudes that play like that. Stay away from them. I told y'all about my boy who plays in this basketball league with this Rick Fox lookalike. Tall brother, handsome brother. I get it. Light eyes. He was about 6'5", brown skin, had the curly hair. I get it. Athletic. 5 baby mamas. Y'all remember the story? 5. And they all know about each other. And he's about to marry this chick from sanitation. And I know that chick from sanitation knows what he got going on. Ignorance is not an excuse. When she marries him, he can't get a job on the books because he's going to get hit up for child support. It is a mess, bro. And I'm sitting down at the lounge and I'm looking at my boy like, why are you hanging, bro? And I'm just listening to him. He's talking to me like, yeah, remember, you know how it is. And I'm like, nah. And my boy kept nudging me like, just let him talk, bro. Just let him talk. All right. And when I did speak to him, I said, bro, you can't hang with that dude. Outside of playing ball, dude, you can't bring that nigga around me no more. I was getting frustrated listening to him. We're in our 40s. Why are you still playing? This is crazy. This is crazy. Avoid the unlucky and unfortunate. Robert Greene, The 48 Laws of Power. Kevin, you know your stuff. You know your stuff. Yo, listen, man. Gotta grow up. You gotta grow up. You gotta stop surrounding yourself with a bunch of assholes because it's gonna rub off on you. If you're not on that, get away from it. Get away from it. That's why I tell you, when I tell you stay on your purpose, you hear that a lot. Do y'all even know what that means? And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because if you're on your purpose, this porta potty shit ain't even gonna bother you. Those ain't the girls you want. Get on your purpose. You become the best version of yourself by the time you're in your late 30s, early 40s. Sometimes it might take you a little longer, but that's okay. But when you sit back and say, okay, I'm ready for a family, BFTB, salute. When you kick back and say, look, okay, I want a family, now you have your pick from the litter. That hot bitch that you knew in college or in high school or 5 years ago, once you're making 80 to 100K a year and your credit score, your middle credit score is like 790, and your car notes are under control and you have a few grand in the bank and life is great, that hot chick, you'd be lucky if she's still single. You'd be lucky if she's childless. Because now you become the best version of yourself. That's why I encourage you to eat healthy, exercise. You might not look like Arnold Schwarzenegger in his prime, but you're fit. What happens to most women? I got a problem when these sisters don't go to the gym like that. But what happens to most women? Their looks, I told you, their best years is from like 18 to maybe 28. If they're not working out, I literally know a chick that would, bro, what was that shorty's name? Deborah Cox. Funny ass name. But you remember her? How did you get here? Nobody's supposed to be here. Remember her? Remember how hot she looked? Deborah Cox? I literally knew a chick that looked like her. Fine. Fine. This was my ex's friend. Fine. She was fine. Natural hair to her shoulders. Slim build. 36 C's. Flat stomach. Nice hips. Nice butt. I couldn't touch her. That was my ex-girl's friend. I introduced her to my boy. That went as far as it could, but I said, damn. Guess what? She look like her mama now. You know what her mama look like? Big mama. The big traps with no muscle in it. She's still cute in the face. And you know what's even worse? She ain't got no kids. So how the fuck did that happen? I'll tell you how that happened. I'm gonna tell you how it happened. She's built just like her mother. She ain't got no kids or nothing. I'm gonna tell you how that happened. She was so choosy at that age. At that age, she was very choosy. Oh, I'm gonna date him, but I don't really like him. Oh, I'm gonna date him, but I don't really like him. I'm gonna go out with him, I don't really like him. I'm gonna hang out with him, but I don't really like him. You know what was happening? When you go out on all of those dinner dates and you're not working out, and you get a little older and your metabolism slows down, you look like that. And then wonder why the dates stop, the foodie calls stop. Less men start asking you out. and you're wondering what happened, and now you're mad because when you decided to slow down and you finally settled on one guy, that one guy, and you didn't even realize it, that one guy is looking at you now and saying, you know what, I'm gonna smash, but I ain't gonna take her serious. Why would I? Look at her now. And now, hello, it's a decade later and you're middle-aged. She didn't just blow up like that. That was a few years of eating. And then you're wondering, man, I ain't got no man. And then, she goes through her I spoke to her. And she was just, I didn't question about her weight. It was obvious. And then she's like, yeah, I went through a little depression, a couple of years. And, I had to go see someone, get a little medication. And I'm saying to myself, there it is. And I got pictures of her. When she was looking like Deborah Cox. I got pictures. I got them locked up. I have a photo album from the 90s. And me and my boy was talking bro. As soon as she said, yeah, I went through a little depression. I said, well, what happened? Well, life isn't what you really expected it to be. And I'm like, okay, she has a college degree. I see your car outside. Mom is okay. Dad's okay. She had a younger brother. He's fine because he's young, but we're older now. So I'm saying to myself, what could she possibly have been stressing over? And now the type of dudes that were in the Deborah Cox kind of atmosphere, the taller dudes that had the good cars or whatever, that faded off once she crossed over the border of 160 pounds. Now that little half moon bubble she had is swallowed up by her back. And I'm not being funny. Now she has a fupa. And when I saw her looking like that, when I first saw her in passing, I was driving, I looked, I said, is that? I said, oh shit. And I'm like, oh, she must have had some kids. Ran into my ex. Yo, I just saw, da-da-da. She's like, yeah, I said, she gained a lot of weight. She's like, yeah. I said, what happened? Kids? What? She said, she ain't got no kids. I was like, ooh, so picky. All these men take you out. 5 years of that, now you're on 200 pounds, and those the type of dudes that were 10s, when you thought you had your pick of the litter, those type of dudes, stop calling. So now the 10s, now the 6s and 5s are hollering at you. And you're a whole lot older now. Now you're in your 30s, mid 30s. And it's like, well, okay, I normally don't go out with this guy, but, and you just can't do it. I normally don't go out with that kind of guy, but, another 5 years, you're in your 40s now. Now she really looks like a younger version of her mother. And she got a boyfriend now, but I can only imagine. The boyfriend that she is probably with right now, probably, because I ain't want to ask her, yo, let me see. That's crazy. No man asks a woman to see her boyfriend. That's crazy. But in my mind, I'm like, I bet you her man right now, if I met the dude, looks nothing like the dudes that was trying to holler at her when she was in her 20s. I bet you. As a matter of fact, I'm right. Because, yo, girls tell on each other. Because I ran into my ex, they had a group. And I ran into another chick, and she was visiting her mom, and I ran into her in passing, and I was like, yo, man, what's going on? And we stopped and talked for an hour in front of the building. And shorty came up, and she did say, yeah, her boyfriend comes to pick up sometimes. And I'm like, what's She said, well, he looks awkward, and he's kind of short, and she said he damn near rolled out the car. Rolled I ain't even get into it. I said, damn. But he's sweet. Done said all that and said he's sweet. In other words, she wouldn't get caught dead with that kind of guy back in 1995. How the mighty have fallen. Whoo-wee. Nah, Slick Tom, this was another girlfriend. It was one of my ex had a lot of friends, and periodically I would run into them because they all lived in the same area. She lived near me. Like 3 of her friends lived near me. And my ex lived on the other side of the bridge over there. And, you know, and she was like, yeah, he rolled out the car. I said, rolled. And she like looked at me. I said, oh, wow, okay. She told on her. So I'm like, I'm assuming, is that settling or is that what you can get now? Now, had she had got with one of those dudes, who knows? But when she said she went through a depression, and after the depression, then what? That's where both when she went through that depression, that was after her, you know, being too picky and she's not what she wanted to be in life. She ain't got no man. She ain't got no kids. And then it started weighing on her. Mental therapy and medication. That's what I heard. Right there in the supermarket. She's like, yeah, you know, take medicine. And I was like, oh, shit. Well, I ain't say that out loud. I was like, oh. And when I walked off, Isaiah, what up? I promise you, that was around the same time period where I discovered Kevin Samuels on social media. And I was just listening to him talk. And I said, he's right. And I went to his page because he kept coming up on my algorithm. I went to his page and I went all the way back to his earlier shows. And he was talking to the men. And I said, man, he's right. He was giving it to the men, and we needed to hear it. And then one night, I'm listening to him, and I'm just sitting down listening to him, and that girl called up asking for a goddamn evaluation. Average at best. I heard that live. And I'm like, why is she? I said, all right, okay. She was an assistant, wasn't she? Hard-headed. And that was his viral moment. I was there. Quiet Storm was in the chat. Wrench Turner was in the chat. I didn't participate in the chat. I was just listening. I was listening that night. I was like, damn. Yeah, Copper, he was, she was saying that he was a big brother. She was saying he was a big brother, and she gave me the look. I was like, oh, wow, oh, okay. But she said, well, he's sweet. I said, oh, okay. But when I ran into her at the supermarket and we was talking, whatever, sometime, that was a few years ago, I discovered Kevin Samuels because he kept popping up on my algorithm. I said, what is this nerdy looking brother? Let me see what he's talking about. And I'm listening to him. I said, okay, that's good stuff. All right. And I'm like, all right, hold on, and I went all the way back from when he had the white microphone and he was talking to men. He was talking about fashion and how you need to dress accordingly and become the best version of yourself. And I had to clip the part where he gave it to that overweight brother. That's why I laugh when I say, where were y'all sisters for like 3 years when he was giving it to men? Like, yo, pause. Like, giving us the business. Watch this. Where were y'all? Where were the women talking about, oh, he needs to fix the way he talks to people and he don't like his mama. But where were the sisterhood when this happened?
Yourself on a scale from 1 to 10. How tall are you?
5'10".
5'10". How much do you weigh?
I weigh about,
to what?
depending on the day, between 280 to 285.
So you're a fat fucker.
Yeah.
So you think a 5'10", almost 300-pound dude, how much money you make?
Like 482 weeks.
So you make 400 every 2 weeks. So you make 800 a month. You make less than $10,000 a year. Okay.
But how many 20-year-olds was him?
Hold on. Dude, I was a 20-year-old and I was making far more money than that. In the 80s, the minimum wage was $3.35 an hour. So I need to hear it. How long? You got a big dick?
I mean, it's above average. I ain't no Ron Jeremy.
No. I asked you if you had a big dick. I just said it was above average.
I don't know what that is, really.
You know if you got a big dick or not. Stop the bullshit. Every dude know whether or not he got a big dick. I know I got a big dick. You don't know?
I mean,
you don't have a big dick. That's the point. You don't have a big dick. You don't have a big wallet. You're a fat dude, and you got a lot of nerve thinking you should get choosing sitting with 5'10" and 300 pounds, making less than $1,000 a month at 20 years old. And women should approach you. What they get? They don't even get a big dick.
Where was the sisterhood when he did that every night? And the truth is, he wasn't getting death threats until after average at best. Now, was he wrong talking to that 5'10", 300-pound dude who makes less than 10 racks a year, expecting Beyonce to approach him? Are you kidding me? That was way before average at best. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. And that dude needed to hear it. That dude needed to hear it. And what I said at the end of that video is very true. Godfather been going how many years now? Did black women's marriage go up? Did I miss it? No. Thank you, Slim Tom. He been talking about Vivica A. Fox when he was alive. She's in her 60s. She looks like the rich auntie now. She has this weird shit going on with her jaw now. Have you seen it? She kind of talks like this now. She kind of talks like this, and it's like her mouth and head is not moving correctly. Yeah, 2 years, yeah. And now she's ready to settle down. What happened to her prime years? She was chasing around and stalking 50 Cent. You see what I mean? She thought she had all the time in the world. She's 60, man. Even a young dude that just wants a pair of Jordans and Tim boots. I mean, that's just cool points. And it's not even cool points slamming that now. She's 60, man. Yeah, she has a sag jawline. That's what it is. So when she said, oh man, karma, what do you mean, Viv? You're now looking for a man. Now, if she settles with, she's a millionaire. I'm assuming she's a millionaire. She has a great career and everything else. But if she dates an average working guy, is she settling? Is she dating down? And all of this is relevant. They'd rather be human porta potties than to deal with average men. This is how bad it's gotten. So Vivica right now, who is she dating? Another Hollywood actor? Name the Hollywood actor that's gonna rock with her. Black or white or Latin? Who? A man. Leonardo DiCaprio, he's in his 40s, right? Man, he's dating 21-year-old models. He can do that. Can Vivica Fox date a 21-year-old model? I'm gonna say no. One of those, I don't know, European, Italian dudes wearing drawers with a six-pack. He's gonna date Vivica Fox. Wouldn't that be dating down? Oh, but she makes more money. He's in the prime of his life. Looking like that? Why would he date her? Didn't Kevin say, we don't care about your money? Didn't he say, we don't care about your education? Guess what? Godfather ain't make that shit up. We've been saying this shit the whole time. What drew me to what he was saying was, every time he says something, like, man, we've been saying this since the goddamn 90s. He's been saying what we've been saying. You know why women don't know what we were saying? Because number one, they don't fucking listen to us. Number two, when we were saying it, it's in male spaces where women are not seen. Barbershops, basketball courts, the gym, where more sisters need to be at. They don't listen. But he has a viral moment, been saying all the shit that we've been saying for decades, and now he's a hater and we've been following him. No. No. Y'all are so out of line. I'm talking to the sisters now. I'm talking to not only black women, all women. Y'all are so messed up. Human porta potties? And this isn't something that y'all have to do. This is something y'all choose to do. This is it? This is the sisterhood? Are you kidding me? This is what y'all choosing to do? It can't be that serious. Y'all are the most enrolled in school. Y'all are bosses? Really? Y'all have your own homes? That eviction rate is crazy though, so I don't understand what's going on there. Y'all said y'all are killing it. Y'all own your own homes and stuff. Meanwhile, y'all getting evicted all over the place. I'm a little confused, but I'm not. I'm being sarcastic when I say that. You don't need no man who's pooping in your mouth in Dubai. A woman or a man who's putting that money in your account. A man. You're doing something for it. OnlyFans, you're taking off your clothes. For what? You'd rather do that for that quick dollar and then call yourself a boss than to either A, start a conventional business, like my homegirl Kiara, who I had on the show a long time ago, owns a trucking company. That's real. And she's shapely. And she could easily take her clothes off and make money on OnlyFans. But why do that? That makes you a boss getting naked? You can, and there's a lot of men and women that'll appreciate it. But where's the pension plan in that? And a lot of you ladies are not good with money. That's the truth. Y'all are worse than these dumbass boxers that come out the hood that can fight really good. They touch a couple of mil in their career, and then when they retire, what they got to show for it? Y'all aren't any better. Decision making. What are we talking about here? Men ain't ish, black men in particular. What's the percentage of black men that are single, childless, and living in the middle class or rich? It's more than 50%. What's the percentage of single moms? The good men in the black community in particular outweigh the Pookies and Ray Rays. That's a fact. And the black men that are involved in their kids' lives, well, y'all know the stat. We were getting lied on all these years. We're the best fathers. Ladies, what are y'all? For men not to be shit, Y'all are pregnant a lot. There are a lot of single women. 12% of black, I forgot the number, but of black men that ain't shit, they got multiple kids from multiple women. So they're getting laid. And y'all are laying up with them. And y'all not married them. Y'all ain't marrying them. 2 years of Godfather been gone. Marriage rate hasn't changed. Y'all are still on y'all nonsense. He's been gone. So if he was holding you back, what's holding you back now? He's not here. Oh, I'm sorry. Who is it? MTR? O'Shea? Who? Who's doing it now? Who's doing it now? MTR? No Fugazi? He's going through something right now. I'm not sure what. But who's doing it now? Ace Metaphor? Who? Who? Tell me who. Who you going to blame now? Because we're all corny and don't listen to us. But we left y'all alone. And nothing's changed. In fact, it's gotten worse. Porta potty? Seriously? That's being a boss chick? If you were to train a chick to do what you do, would you recommend them to go to Dubai and get dumped on? That's your plan? If you are to train the next wave of boss chicks, college boss chicks, or whatever, what are you going to train them to do? OnlyFans? Mac of the South, salute. OnlyFans? Go to Dubai to become a human porta potty? What? Let me ask y'all a question. Y'all got daughters or nieces? Would you want them to listen to these modern women on how to become a boss? And you want OnlyFans all over the damn place? You going to Dubai to get crapped on by the Arabian prince? That's your plan? What? You're no better than the small amount of chicks that walked the blade to get paid and had pimps. Okay, you ain't got no pimp. You choose to do it yourself. Mismanage your bread. That's good. You chicks aren't bosses. You're really unorganized. Dragon Fang, salute. Let me play this audio for you. Listen to this.
Let's talk about this Dubai potty. It's called portable potty, like a human potty, a human toilet. Basically, it's a situation where these rich Arab men pay some Instagram models to sleep with animals. Basically, girls that want in and then get shitted on in the mouth, like eat the shit. Some kind of fetish or ritual that I find really disgusting, irritating, and I think should be illegal. So because of TikTok community guidelines, I won't be able to post pictures and videos. So you should look that up on YouTube and on Instagram. So the public got to know about this because they released a video of an Instagram model they planned to degrade, and they have degraded and basically tarnished her image. Let's say $50,000, like you come to this party, you get half your payment, of course, before you come, and then when you come, if at some point you get disgusted while at it, you don't get your complete payment because they force you to do, not by force. I mean, most of them knew what they went there to do, apart from the people who they like deceived to get into the place. So they make you sleep with animals.
Oh my God, bro. Khalid, what up? You heard that? They're down there making these chicks sleep with animals. What are you worth? What are you worth? Animals? You go to Dubai and you're on your social media in the bikini on the boat with the Arabian prince, and then you come back shaking. How was it? It was fine. $100,000 in your bank account. And now you can't go to Golden Corral without trembling in fear, looking at the meatloaf. Sad state of affairs. Animals, wow.
And from the stories, like you hear that even their sons, maybe 13 years, 15 years, they make them sleep with you. It is.
What the bro? You heard that, right? When these dudes want to break in their sons, 13, 15 years old, your 21, 22, 25, 30-year-old ass is in Dubai eating a bowl of crap, getting blazed on by one of their tigers, and now you got to sleep with little Habib. So now you're a pedo now. So you're banging animals, taking a deuce to the face, and you're banging kids? If a chick ever told you I was flown out to Dubai, don't even, bro. This is why I don't allow these chicks to talk to me crazy. And if you claim you a good woman, like I told you on this Instagram post, if you claim you're a good woman, I'm not the problem. Why are you coming for me on a post where the chick is talking about how she ate shit? Why would you do that? I'm not the problem. I'm looking at it saying, yo, that's disgusting. What the hell? Would you want your son dating a chick and she's talking about, oh, I was flown out? No. You're not dating a chick that says she was flown out anywhere. Because she was flown out, she wasn't flown out for nothing. Her tail was for sale. She didn't just fly out to accompany a guy to dinner. No. Back to it.
It is crazy. Arab men are well connected, but isn't this child and animal abuse if the girls choose to be abused? Because instead of being bothered about how naked people are into the mall, I think Dubai government should look into this, in my opinion. Honestly, I understand you don't know people's stories, you don't know where they're coming from, you can't possibly judge them. The cost of living is high, it gets higher every day and harder. But I mean, it doesn't cost this much to get degraded. No amount of money is worth getting pissed and shut on. This is how people get trafficked. This will not be hookup plus. You see people displaying a certain type of lifestyle. You're there screaming goals. I want to be like you when I grow up. You don't know what they do when the cameras are shut off. You don't know what they do to catch their next flight. Somebody posts a picture of them in depression and leaves it for so long on Instagram. Because Instagram is the fly life. They do all those things, post all those things to make your imagination run wild. You know? I think some of these girls don't have family issues. They don't invest. They just want to buy bags, shoes, clothes, hair, or what, for the gram. So y'all stay safe out there, enjoy yourself and live your life. Understand it is your right and it is your body to do whatever you want to do, but do not do anything you think doesn't feel right. Different strokes for different folks. I'm gonna bye.
Slick Tom, you're right, man. They know about this. We're late to the party. They know about all of this. We're late. Dubai has to step in and say, look, man, you guys can't do this. But what happens when they're the law? And these chicks are volunteering to do it. They're volunteering to do it. This is disgusting, man. My God.
Listen to this right here.
Right in the face. And I also saw a video where Shorty was like, it wasn't only the Middle Easterners there. They flew with some rich dudes from Europe and one dude from America. You know, it's like, you know, being that type of wealthy, you're in a certain kind of club. You don't shop at the supermarket. You don't buy your food from where normal people buy their food. You think Jay-Z and Beyonce they order their food off of Amazon or whatever and they have it delivered? No, 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 no. There's a place where they get their food. I don't get my eggs from the A&P or the ShopRite. They go get it from the other place where the other millionaires get it from. They don't eat what we eat. They're not entertained like how we entertained. Y'all seen movies on this. It's true. A lot of it is true. It's crazy stuff. And once you get to that level, some of these guys, normal sex doesn't cut it for them. They got to do that extra stuff. They got to go to these clubs where, you know, people walking around with leather masks on and stuff, choking each other, all kinds of like ridiculous stuff. You got to be a part of that in crowd, because if you don't get involved in that, they're going to look at you strange. Oh, he got enough money to hang with us. Why don't he or she hang with us? Did you tell him what we do? Psst, might be a liability. Then you got to worry about your plane falling out the sky. So you might want to be part of that in crowd. Sacrifice. Y'all see, and this is the first time I'm mentioning this on Pep Talk. Y'all see what Diddy's dealing with, right? It's not a mistake. It's not a mistake. There's like different, you know what? I'll save that for Patreon. There's levels to this thing, man. And it becomes a point where there's certain things you don't even want to deal with. When you're in the limelight, when you're an entertainer, you know, that's a part of that. Bro, there's just certain things you gotta leave alone. That's all I'm saying, man. Human porta potty, really, sisters? Instead of beefing with me on social media for pointing out how disgusting it is, go get your girls. You think all we do is bully them and talk crazy about them? All right, how about this? You co-sign this? Cool. Cool. Co-signing. You're disgusting right along with them. Y'all see this?
I moved to Dubai to become a porta potty. And if you don't know what that is, it's women who come to Dubai and get pooped on for $50,000.
Let me go back this, okay? Because life then.
You heard that? 50 racks to get pooped on. Play it for you one more time.
I moved to Dubai to become a porta potty. And if you don't know what that is, it's women who come to Dubai and get pooped on for $50,000.
There you go.
I was offered $100,000 to go on a brand trip to Dubai, and here's why I backed out of it last minute, because I found out some really disturbing details about a year ago. I got a message from a very prominent modeling agency on my social media. They reached out to me and told me that they are in charge of organizing trips for models to go to several hot locations. Basically, they told me that it is an all expenses paid trip. They will actually give you money in addition to the trip. It will fly you out business class, put you in one of the most luxury hotels in Dubai. And I was like, this sounds too good to be true. I mean, I'm not even that hot, so I don't understand why I was being asked to do this. But if you guys know anything about me, you know, I was on 90 Day Fiance and I did go pretty viral about a year and a half, 2 years.
Do I have to go any further? You know what? I'm not. You already know where that goes. But you know what I can respect? When she figured it out, she said, hell no. She was on 90 Day Fiance and stuff like that. So, she's trying to move a brand of hers, but she drew the line at eating poo. So salute to her. Exactly. Black woman. You notice the black chick said 50K, but the white chick said 100. Excuse me? Did you see, Hope? See, you picked that up, didn't you? Can't make this up, bro. Exactly, Snow. Exactly. Man, I ain't gonna belabor the point, man. Ladies, do better. Go get your sisters, because they don't listen to us. Y'all don't listen to us. But are you gonna sit back and say, hey, man, get your money, girl? Really? And this is why I don't want any of my female relatives that are younger listening to you. The men set the standard in my family. What you talking about? Get out of here, man. I'll be talking boxing tomorrow, man. Salute to everybody in the Venmo, the Zelda, Cash App, the Super Chat. Much love to y'all, man. This is disgusting. I might be back tomorrow with some more pep talk. I might, if I'm not too tired. But this is disgusting, man. Do better, family. Take it gently.